Yo, good morning. It's your boy Dance the King, back yet again with another video. Good morning. I hope you all having a good morning so far. Today is May the 12th. May the 12th, almost halfway through the month. It's gonna be June soon. Good news though, I think my gym is gonna be opening back up soon, so I'm really excited about that. And I think that a lot of places are opening up back up around, not just in America, but around the world. And I kind of have mixed feelings about that because, it could be a second outbreak due to the fact that everyone's just clustering together again. But then on the flip side, I think that, how in the world are we all really going to avoid this? I mean, we all have to go out to get food at Walmart or wherever we shop for groceries. So we're going to come in some sort of contact with a bunch of people in one way or another. We can't just, unless we have an abundant amount of food source in our kitchen or whatever, there's no way that we're going to just completely avoid, contact with people. Most of us has probably been in contact with somebody with it. So, I mean, the best thing to do, still take precautions, but, the best thing we can do is just, pray that God protects us from this pestilence, you know what I mean? And, again, we want to be responsible. We just don't want to be just all face to face with everybody right now. But I mean, like, I don't know, I guess you got to pick your poison at this point. But if you are going out, if you are gathering with a bunch of people, just be careful, stay safe as best as you can, and pray and take the precautions, and we'll go from there. All right, again, this is your boy Des the King, and I'm back. And as you see in the title, the name of this is Who You Think You Are. Who do you think you are? Yeah, quick story. Yesterday, on my show, I'm doing a weekly show on my Instagram page called Kings Talk TV, every Monday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you have some time, check me out again next week for another show where I just interview people who I think are cool and interesting, and just pick their brains, and we just try to spread wisdom, knowledge, and understanding amongst the people in the social media universe. But anyway, yesterday I had a conversation with a guy all the way from the United Kingdom, all the way from the UK, which I thought was really, really cool. He's been following me for a while now on my Instagram page. And he told me, even before then, he told me that back when he was a kid, he had struggled being bullied. He was being bullied a lot. And, I could relate because I somewhat got picked on, not beat up or anything, but I somewhat got picked on when I was back in school or whatever, even in college I did. So bullying kind of doesn't stop, it stops when you want it to stop, when you step in and you actually wanted to stop. What's up, bro? And yeah, so he was telling me like this story about how he would get bullied and picked on about his weight, and he asked me for advice on how to lose weight to so he could not be bullied. And I was like, man, it's not about you losing weight or gaining weight or how you look on the outside to people. And I told him, I'm like, people are gonna have an opinion about you no matter how you look. You can be the fittest man on the planet, or you could be the most obese person on the planet. You could be the most beautiful person in the world, or the ugliest. People, there are always going to be a group of people who are not going to have something good to say about you pretty much forever, as long as you live. The key to escaping that trap or that mindset is, who do you think you are? When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Who do you think you are to yourself? You know what I mean? And once you establish the foundation of who you are, then it doesn't matter what the outside noise say. It doesn't matter what other people say. What matters is what you think. And I told him that, and he said that really helped. And I truly hope it did, because I know he's not the only one that's dealing with, what people are saying things about him, or even his own thoughts, because all our thoughts don't come from us. They come from there's a spiritual world out there, and there are enemies who put these negative thoughts in our minds and get us to think things that eventually just drag us, slow walk us down throughout life and keep us from reaching our highest potential. So we are who we think we are, and the Bible agrees with that. So I'm going to read from Proverbs 23, verse 1 all the way down to verse 7, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. And let me go ahead and read right now. Proverbs 23, verses 1 through 7. Verse 1. When thou sittest to eat with the ruler, consider diligently what is before thee, and put a knife to thy throat, if thou be a man given the appetite. Ooh, that's brutal right there. Be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat. Labor not to be rich, cease from thy own wisdom. Verse 5. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings, and fly away as an eagle towards heaven. Eat thou not the bread of him that have an evil eye. Neither desire his dainty meats. And this is the key point right here. Verse 7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith to thee, but his heart is not with thee. So man, it's saying here, in my opinion, like don't eat up what people say. Don't eat up what these people are saying about you. You are what you say you are what you think you are what you say you are. And ultimately, you are what the word of God says you are. God says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. God says that he has kept you since you were in your mother's womb. God says he'll never leave you or forsaken you. God says that the kingdom of heaven is within you. All these things is what we should think about daily. God says that he has given us power to overcome. He has overcome the world. He that is in you is more powerful than he that is in the world. So it's just like so many promises of God that he has installed in his word that he wants us to constantly think about and constantly eat on. But when people in Proverbs 1 on down, I don't know who wrote this exactly. I want to say Solomon, but I think he's saying here, don't eat what these people are feeding you. You don't have to eat whatever people give you or drink whatever people give you. The only thing that we need to eat and drink is the Jesus Christ. Eat of his flesh and drink of his blood all day long. But you don't have to eat what everyone else says about you or doesn't say about you. You don't have to take none of that. Take what God has given you already. And what God has given you is power, peace, love, and a sound mind through his spirit. What God has given you is the kingdom of heaven, which is in you. And God resides in his kingdom. God's kingdom resides inside of you. God is powerful. God is beautiful. God is wise. God is loving. And that's what you are. If you believe it, if you think on these things. But if you don't, if your mind is always on everything else, on negative things about your appearance, and you always worried about how you speak toward people, how you look toward people, how you what people are thinking when you approach them, then you're always going to be confused. You're always going to be in some sort of a mental rut when you're doing that. But when we set our minds and our hearts on the foundation of what God has said that we are, then man, life is beautiful after that. And it's difficult to practice, man, because this is we live in a spiritual warfare, and the enemy is constantly throwing darts at our minds, constantly sending people in our lives that bring negativity and bring things that doesn't help us or doesn't exalt God. So this is like the world we live in is a battlefield. You know, it's a spiritual war. So we always got to fight. We have to fight daily. We have to fight daily against the negativity that the enemy brings to us, whether that's in our minds or whether that's externally when people, when we cross paths with people in our everyday life. So yes, man, let us think that we are kings and queens, you know what I mean? Because my mom named me king when I was born, you know what I mean? But I didn't always think as one, you know, and now I have that mindset, man. I am a king appointed by God to lead his people, to provide his people with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, to help his people, you know, and to lead his people to God and into a godly mindset, to know that they are fearfully and wonderfully made, to know that they have been chosen by God to fulfill his purpose for their lives, which is a great thing. You know what I mean? So thinking on this every day has helped me, has elevated me to the point like that I don't believe that there is, sometimes I do struggle with doubt, but I don't believe for a second that, you know, that I'm ugly or that I'm unattractive, because I know I am. And that's not like in a arrogant way. I'm not trying to say it to be arrogant. But if I don't think I'm attractive, then nobody is. And then if you think that you're not attractive, then it's going to manifest outside in the flesh, and then you're really not going to be attractive. You know what I mean? So it all starts within you. It all starts what you think of yourself, regardless if you believe in the Bible or whatever you believe in, Islam, Buddhism, whatever. It all starts with what you think that you are within, and that's going to manifest outside no matter what. As for me, I believe that I'm a child of God, the Most High God. I am a king that's been appointed by him to lead his people. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm powerful. I'm strong. You know, I'm all that. You know what I mean? And it's not because, you know, I'm saying that. It's because God said that. You know what I mean? And I believe what God said. You know, and that's manifesting itself outside. So just wanted to put that out there for my people. I pray that encouraged you and brought some value to your life. And yes, man, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. And I post videos like this pretty much a whole lot. So subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on Facebook, please hit the notification button below in the comments so you'll be notified every time I go live. I do these videos quite daily. Follow me on my Instagram page. I do Kings Talk Radio every Monday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Like I said at the beginning, I had an amazing conversation with a gentleman all the way from the UK. I don't know if I ever had a conversation with a guy from the UK for this long. You know what I mean? It was just 30 minutes, but still, you know, it was really, really cool to speak with him. And he said that my videos has really helped him mentally and spiritually all the way out there, man. See, God has no boundaries. You know, his spirit is everywhere. And he is already increasing my territory all the way to the UK. You know what I mean? And he can definitely do the same thing for you. He has no respect of persons. So yeah, man, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're watching this on Facebook, I have the links up there. And I have the link down here as well. If you're watching this on YouTube, check out my other videos that I post. You know, all of them are good in my opinion. Nah, it's a fact. All of them are good. I'm just joking. But yeah, check those out, and they will be a blessing to your life. And yes, man, and if any of you guys want to talk, any of you guys want to, you know, pray or do anything like that, please, man, just let me know. DM me. We can schedule a time to talk, pray, or whatever, man. I'm here for you, man. I'm here to serve you. You know what I mean? And I guess that's it. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I hope you, again, found value of all this. And God bless you all. I hope you all have a great day. Peace out, okay? Bye-bye.